All right, we have Jacob joining us for the first time in a while on the left with Beans. I believe it's a Beanstalk deck. And on the right is Audrey with an Azorius Tempo deck of some kind. Are we going to feel Tempo? Turn one, Tamio. Jacob always be rocking these Batman sleeves. I wonder if Jacob prefers a DC set over a Marvel set.
What does this do?
That's a great question.
Yorion revealed top center.
So, does this, how does this work with Sylvan Library?
Harry Houdini has arrived saying, "Are we live?" Are we?
Okay.
Each one that you would draw, you would first have to discard a card.
Okay, so
If you don't have a card to discard, you would instead know that.
Okay, Tamio has attacked. We have made a clue.
all right.
Does that make sense? Sure.
And then I'm going to use this and impend and overlord. Sure.
Well,
Meticulous Archive, Surveil.
One,
four cards?
two.
Yeah, it sounds like something is happening in the background with Chains of Mephistopheles.
Use this. I have to mill 3, and then I can draw 3.
No. Essentially, what Chains does, it prevents you from increasing your hand size.
Ever.
As long as it's. Essentially, yes.
So I only have this many cards in hand.
Exactly.
Okay.
So if you were to draw an extra card, you would first discard a card.
So if I
Okay, a Daze was dumped into the graveyard.
and then I use Sylvan Library, I would just mill 3. And I'm going to return this Dothy Voidwalker. Okay, sure.
Audrey now brainstorming. The Tamio on Jacob's side, threatening to flip. Could be a quick game if it flips and is unchecked for a while. Yeah, the life tracker is back.
Any other
This is
thing?
worse than my draw step.
Right. But this is just the first one, right? Take the order.
Oh my goodness! So now Audrey's getting involved with the neighboring tables, Chains of Mephistopheles situation.
Yes.
But you still get your draw per turn.
But if I want to use Sylvan Library, then I can mill 2 more cards, and I have I still
You
get
only
it with
you only
cards.
mill cards if you don't have cards in hand.
So I could just
so right now-
So at the end of Sylvan Library, I will still have 1 card in hand, and I will have milled 2.
It's probably bad for you because it'd be like you have to keep track of which cards you draw, right? So because you can draw one for the thing, then discard it.
I'm gonna YOLO.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do all 3.
It's like it's too much.
So I have to
So
discard
first
one.
you would
Sorry.
draw for 2.
I got excited for it and then I realized
and then use
one
Sylvan
part.
All right, Audrey admitting he was excited to help and then realized he didn't want to be a part of it anymore. All right, Tundra Storm Chaser's Talent, a card we've seen on stream a lot recently, and maybe some of you still haven't read it yet.
This is not a.
Judge.
Get someone in here.
It happens during my draw step.
Yeah, I just don't know how Sylvan.
Pastina has arrived in the chat.
Not as good for you as you think.
Sounds like the people in the background are trying to figure out Sylvan Library versus Chains of Mephistopheles and what happens with that. Magic Ads, thank you for the resub. 12 months. Appreciate it.
Yeah, this is not standard.
We want cards that make sense, like Sylvan Library and Chains of Mephistopheles, not this new crap they're making, right, chat? All the power creep and designs that are not whatever. Just not what I want. Voodoo has arrived in the chat. Says hello, Legacy Gamers.
If I try to draw more, I discard instead.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Alright, so
Yes, Magic Ads just made it to a 1-year badge. We weren't sure if Magic Ads was going to stick with us, but we did it. We did it. Congratulations, Magic Ads. Huge achievement.
okay.
Magic Ads with a beautiful gifter badge as well. Yeah, Chains of Mephistopheles not tested for 1v1. They didn't test it for a lot of things, to be honest with you.
I'm cool.
Okay.
I'll draw.
What about the art?
I'll play this.
What art style and art medium and artist did they use?
Untap.
All right, attacking with a 2/2 water. It has a prowess trigger after the ponder. And it looks like Jacob now fetching.
I should be 15.
3.
Let me get ahead.
Life totals are now correct.
Second.
Jacob can't figure out which half of the deck has what he wants.
Find the one off.
Mr. Hart says can't wait for the SpongeBob days to make an appearance. It's only a matter of time now, right? When does the SpongeBob Secret Lair drop? I lost that. Is it months away or is it very soon? All right, the clue has been sacrificed now. Voodoo says, when are we getting a Chains reprint? You know what? They reprinted reserve list cards, but made them not tournament legal, and people lost their minds.
Place that swamp.
Just stay tapped forever.
Yeah.
Get a clue every turn. Yeah.
That's a wasteland for Audrey. Cameo had made another clue. Storm Chaser's talent number 2. Prowess trigger, make another order, potentially.
I'm going to impend another Overlord. Sure.
Harry said they printed really expensive proxies. Yeah, trading cards that are not tournament legal are automatically proxies.
4. And I'm going to return the shield.
One of my friends collects baseball cards. I'm like, they're not even tournament legal. You idiot.
Your
I do your turn. I'll
Fetch again.
Make a guy. So his current power and toughness is 4.
I'm gonna get a meticulous.
yeah.
Go to my draw step. Trigger this. This on the stack. I will make another guy.
Yeah, so far no beanstalks. Twitch chat getting very upset.
This goes to 2.
Chat, would you say that I'm a troll? Like, do I qualify as a troll? Or is there some other word that you would use to describe me? I really don't know the answer to this.
Resolve this guy.
Why is there a Pokemon card on my Magic table? Yurion added to hand.
Yep.
You're on 7 going to flash in your family.
All right, here's Felia, the Exuberant Shepherd. This card has been on stream a lot recently, and it's impressed. And some of you still don't know what it does.
I'll obtain a soul guide. When it comes into play,
Yeah, that's all good. Thanks, sir.
Is it a dog? Is that from Unfinity?
most interesting thing to use. Orcish Bowmaster. I do have a Bowmasters. I got Troll of Khazad-dûm, Bowmaster,
3 damage,
Voidwalker, some other things like that I can interact with.
Tamio's still a creature.
I'll take Voidwalker.
Trigger for this. This is now.
Storm Chaser's talent will come back. Give Audrey another otter. Give Felia a +1/+1 counter.
Pick a draw card.
I will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Draw 6.
I'll use bigger dice. I'll pants this guy up.
Many options,
7.
really.
Let's see for 7. 7 lifelink.
One of the lands on Audrey's side is the reverse side of Sink into Super Soporific Springs. Looks like thinking about Uro now. Nope, thinking about something else. Timeless Dragon, okay. Oh, it's just getting plain cycled, not casting it.
Timeless Dragon.
Not looking at
Have you covered because I'm using the wrong tokens? So I'm using the wrong tokens, so you're covered. Unless you have to.
I had one, but I don't know where it is. I have a modified one.
It's fine. You got a planes? Basic planes.
Just plays my hand.
Sure.
Okay, basic planes to hand. Players discussing having the right tokens and how Audrey is failing. Uro hits the stack. This card, Uro, is crazy, chat. This card is crazy. It has like a 53% win rate. And sometimes when I'm really bored, I look up ban Uro tweets in Legacy. Ban Uro and Legacy tweets from a couple of years ago. It's just really funny. All right, Felia is getting targeted by a prismatic ending.
Shielded.
Daze, prowess triggers. So what's the deal with prowess triggers? Do I have to point them out or what?
Sure.
I thought I didn't have to point at them. Harry says, what is this control deck in this day and age? Yeah, exactly. Control no longer viable in Legacy, we've heard.
First trigger here. So I take 2. Yeah.
I feel like every time I look at tournament results, there's a control deck in the top 8, but whatever. What about the Mika spawn? It's ruining everything.
Bear with me because it's very complicated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7s. This will go to the graveyard and I'll resolve its ability.
This time I'm big enough targeting my 2 Storm Chasers triggers.
Wow. All right, this town ain't big enough. Targeting the 2 Storm Chasers talents. Jacob reacting with force pitching consigned to memory. Daze back. Oh man. There's no worse feeling than having 7 lands in play and getting Daze successfully. So this town ain't big enough. Return the 2 Storm Chasers to hand successfully. They've now been recast successfully. Felia is blinking Tamio, and Jacob has scooped. We're going to game 2. Audrey takes game 1.
I'm playing.
It's a boomer deck as well. Yeah. In a way. Well,
That's
you
why
can do it.
the blue ancient tune is so fast.
It looks like Audrey has kept 7. Jacob working on a mulligan here.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's like it's the best tempo deck and has a very lightweight combo that just puts a 7/7 with the ability soup.
Hamadine saying a dedicated Beans pilot will go far, especially if they tune the deck for the meta. A rough uphill battle because tempo and stompy decks go fast. Yeah, we can't have really good aggro decks.
Card and then
No, he was just playing.
It's just not good. We need control to be the best thing to be doing. Don't you think Wizards would know this stuff by now?
drop ponder.
That deck needed the top like this.
All right, Wasteland blows up Volcanic Island. Aggro.
19. Tundra. Castle Ponder.
Okay, sounds like Jacob has declared another Ponder will be hitting the stack, this time with a Tundra. Jacob, a dedicated Beans gamer. Didn't really get a Beanstalk going in game 1. I think this is a Beanstalk deck. We haven't seen the card up the Beanstalk yet, so maybe Jacob is no longer a dedicated Beanstalk player. We'll see.
All right.
Yep.
Let's have a good one.
Okay.
Get a Tundra, play Storm Chasers talent.
Okay, Storm Chaser's talent off a Flooded Strand, cracked, finding a Tundra. Both players with a Tundra now. Only one player with an Otter.
Xander's Lounge. Good.
Xander's Lounge, there it is.
So we are on the ley lines. You were playing something straight last time I played against this. Price Century.
That was one of the two.
Quick, chat, what's the blue, black, red guild or whatever of Capenna called?
That's what I get for Wasteland.
Mr. Arch wins.
Weakness. Okay.
Wow, now a Wasteland from Jacob. Tundra's blown up. Is Audrey screwed? Moving to discard, discarding Narset. Oh boy. Wow. Now a Narset. Wow, what a game 2. Okay, so game 2 goes to Jacob. Wasteland slam a Narset after Audrey discards 1 to hand size. Moving on to game 3, Audrey will be on the play. Maybe we'll finally feel some tempo.
I'll try this.
We did see a daze in game 1, so we did feel a little bit of tempo. Storm Chaser's talent on the stack once again. It's getting Force of Negation, pitching stock up. Respecting the otters is Jacob. Mystic Sanctuary pass.
Offensive Mystic Planescape.
Lavinia.
This is my favorite forest art.
I'm gonna read Lavinia real quick.
Well, Lavinia is going to be a pain in the butt.
Can't cast free spells.
Okay, end of your turn.
Yeah.
I will have to
You cast a brainstorm.
That's fine.
All right, Brainstorm's good to go, though. Brainstorm. Yeah, how does tempo feel? Like, if you close your eyes and you put your hand on your chest and you think about tempo, what are you feeling? What is tempo? Are we all tempo players? Can a mono green deck be tempo?
with a 3
Is there tempo in Commander?
to reanimate the troll. Sure.
I'll get rid of the off the shade.
Are we humans or are we dancers? Exactly. I don't know why that was funny, but it was. Ooh, Triumph of St. Catherine. Someone call Force of Phil. All right, get swords. Never mind. Don't call Force of Phil. He's gonna be upset. So a Surge foil or whatever. Triumph of St. Catherine banished to the exile zone. Here's a Ponder. And by the way, that does get through Lavinia.
Yeah. I will pass the turn.
No box.
Lavinia attacking. Jacob drops to 21. Audrey with 2 mana open. Looks like Jacob is holding a plane cycling Timeless Dragon, a Swords to Plowshares. Okay, here's the plane cycle happening.
I'm gonna get a Tundra.
Going for Tundra. Okay, not trying to add more colors to the board. Maybe needs double white for some reason? What could be double white? I don't know.
I cast a Cameo.
Tammy's fine.
Okay, going for Tameo. I guess actually with Timeless Dragon finding a plains and only having a Mystic Sanctuary for a blue source, it makes sense to get Tundra just because Wasteland could potentially blow up your only blue source. I guess. D's on the Tameo. Tempo. As Gizlo arrives in the chat, jamming some bagels. By the way, for those of you that have not been keeping track, this month is 5 years of 90s MTG streaming on Twitch. I kind of can't believe it. If you've been enjoying 90s MTG for any amount of time, please consider becoming a member or at least hit subscribe on our YouTube channel. But either way, thank you for being here. It's been a long, strange journey for me. TBH. Oh no, the Terminus. All right, we're going to allow a take back here because of Lavinia. Jacob got excited and forgot about it for a moment. Back to Basics is online, though. That's a Back to Basics on Audrey's side.
Sure.
Teferi Time Raveler. But I was going to say thank you for being here, everybody. It's been a long, strange journey for me, and hopefully it's been a fun time for you.
Once again,
It's not very good in the face.
Strange in the best way. Just not what I expect. Where I expected life to take me. I'll tell you that. That's a wasteland. Nothing to target with it. Disruptor Flute.
Plus 3 on the card.
Results.
Our name is Yosup.
That's now Felia, Exuberant Shepherd again. So Audrey continues to build out a board. Wasteland, layer your Wasteland. Teferi's on 6 loyalty. Gonna drop down to 3 loyalty. Draw Audrey a card.
Combat?
All right, gonna blink Teferi with Felia. Technically allowed an opening for Jacob to cast something, but nothing to play. All right, that is the match. Audrey gets it. Respect the otters, everybody. Respect the otters. And Felia. Dogs and otters. GG's. It's Kama. Thank you for the sub with Prime. 5 months. Appreciate it. And thanks for the congrats, everybody. On 5 years of 90s MTG. It's like, I can't believe it. It's unbelievable that we have hit 5 years of 90s MTG. I mean, we haven't reached the exact day anniversary, but it is the month of March. It's unbelievable. It's hard to believe. It's like my mind can't even comprehend that amount of time has passed. Very weird. Okay, let's set up another poll for the Twitch chat to decide which match we will watch next. Your options will be Blue-Black Control, Dimir Control versus Blue-White Tempo. Eldrazi versus Breakfast. Or Red Stompy versus Jeskai. 1 minute. Vote now in the chat. How many unique members in 5 years? Oh, that's such a hard question. I don't know. I honestly don't know the answer. 5 speed, thank you for the congrats. Poll happening now in the chat. Also, if you're enjoying 90s MTG, make sure you're in our Discord. We now have one of, not the biggest, but one of the biggest, largest Magic the Gathering Discord servers in existence is the 90s MTG Discord server. Make sure you're in there. That's where we're all hanging out. That's where you can get deck lists. That's where you can play in our upcoming Webcam Legacy League. That's where you can sell and buy and sell cards in our marketplace. That's where you can ask me what card you think would be best for your sideboard. All in the Discord. So join our Discord. It's a fun place to hang out. If you're not in there, go find the link. It's all over the place. Now I'll, of course, share it in the live chat. Blue-Black Control versus Blue-White Tempo will be up next. We'll get to see more otters, possibly. Croc64 contributed 750 channel points. Thank you for that. Let's do it. Let's do it. Diving in.
Conjure is whatever other thing, but like things that make it so that you gain permanent buffs in some way.
Sorry?
There's ways to give like permanent buffs.
Oh, permanent buffs?
Like
oh,
this
like
guy always
buff your
does less.
like
All right, on the left side of your screen, joining us now is Bill on Dimir Control, we'll call it. If we decide to change the name, we'll change the name. And on the right, rejoining us again with the same deck is Audrey on Azorius Tempo, we're calling it. We're calling it Azorius Tempo.
Like
Legacy players like Tempo. You know?
Joyous? No, it's I should also go Joyous 3. It's like
Yu-Gi-Oh?
yes.
I will. I'll keep my opening hand.
I'm gonna keep as well.
Okay, both players have kept 7. Bill is on the play, Undercity Sewer Surveil.
No, I'm not playing mono.
known by this.
Go. Yeah, I know.
It's a fatal push, dumped into the graveyard. Pass the turn.
Mono red with Sam because we were just like playing what we were gonna play tomorrow.
Ritual.
It was awesome.
Ponder for Audrey. Fatal push dumped. If you sat across from Bill or across from Audrey and you had never met them before, you didn't know what deck they'd be playing, you might think Bill is on blue-black tempo or blue-black or Esper mid-range right now. And Audrey is on some kind of combo build, potentially. All right, well, the basic planes now tells us it's probably Jeskai control, would be my guess. So what's my point? It's unclear what both players are up to at this point in the game if they were strangers. Bowmaster flashed in. Makes an Orc army. Pings Audrey for 1.
Go. Oh, Voidwalker. Overlord.
Move to the beginning of my combat step.
That's fine.
All right. This is impeccable.
Attacking for 2. Audrey says no blocks. Ninjutsu Kaito Bane of Nightmares. This card has been so good in Legacy the past couple of months. Duskmourn has made an impact on the format for sure. Kaito probably... Ooh, it's close. Which card made a bigger impact in your opinion, chat? Kaito or Overlord of the Belmerk or Ghost Vacuum? What was the most impactful card from Duskmourn in your opinion? How do you feel?
Well, you just didn't do anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Aviator says Belmerk for sure. That's a Narset for Audrey.
You have to plus the kill. I don't think that's worth.
It's just get everything out of this game. Get it.
Valgavoth, definitely an impactful card. Relevant card. Looks like Narset was a swing and a miss on its minus. It has 3 loyalty now. Vulnerable to attacks. It will be knocked out.
0.
I respond.
3 colorless.
I don't think we have this list from Bill in our Discord, but I could try to get it. If you're interested in deck lists, definitely make a post in our deck list channel of our Discord, and I'll try to get whatever I can get. If it hasn't already been posted. Many of the players that play on this channel, if you're in the Discord, you're aware, just post their lists on a, scattered basis. Brainstorm happening here for Bill. Now that Narset has been knocked out, that's safe to do. Kaito Bane of Nightmares, I feel like this card just creates excellent gameplay. I love this card. Javi says, hello from Spain. A warm greeting. Could you tell me the name of the device to count life? Thank you. So, hang on.
With my instant.
What's up? Upkeep.
I just shared a link in the chat.
I name Wasteland and Plus.
So Bill now with a 2/2 Orc army. And Kaito attacking.
Chain 2. Go ahead.
0.
Cycle?
Yes.
A spell in the yard. Draw this.
Okay, now Spellbomb dumped into the graveyard using Surveil. We're using Kaito's 0 ability. Tamio. Inquisitive Student resolves. Audrey's going to untap and Supreme Verdict. Watch. Nah, that seems unlikely. Mr. Rainforest cracked. Finding a Tundra.
I bet the knockboard's hand can give you a little bit.
Yeah, that's fair.
How I used to do all of my basics.
Well, if you kept both basics in hand and then I go.
I mean, I whiffed with the Nazi. Like that's also pretty disgusting. Emperor.
The Wandering Emperor. Okay, okay.
No.
No, right? That was
Voidwalker.
Samurai.
With my end step.
sure. Still ends up.
This is in Bill's end step. We have made a samurai with the Wandering Emperor.
I'll have you sack a planeswalker.
Children's Edict. All right, getting forced. Pitching this town ain't big enough. Audrey dropping to 6, trying to protect the Wandering Emperor, and it will stick. Has 2 loyalty currently. It's -1 to make a 2/2 white samurai with vigilance. -2 to exile target tap creature. You gain 2 life. I don't think we'll be using that on the Orc Army token. Here's to Ferry. The Time Raveler resolves. Not sure why Kaido untapped.
I will choose to return this Bowmasters. So you take
Thank you for the bits, Magic Ads.
and play out this Takaruma.
Seems like Audrey's trying to figure this out. We could plus the Wandering Emperor to put a +1/+1 counter on a creature and give it first strike till end of turn. Is that worth it? I mean, what happens if the Vigilant Samurai attacks Kaido without a +1/+1 counter? Still going to get blocked. I mean, we're not going to let Kaido get hit. Okay, bouncing the Orc Army, plus give the Samurai +1/+1. Okay, this might be the play here. It has first strike and it's attacking Kaido. Kaido's gonna say no blocks. Protecting Tamio. Drop to 1. 1 loyalty now on Kaido.
Tap upkeep. Toss up.
Combat. 4. I will pass.
Is it tempo or is it mid-range?
How many cards?
3 cards in Audrey's hand. The Bowmaster is in Bill's hand. Brainstorm for Bill. Tamio will be flipping, most likely, when this resolves. Unless Audrey removes it. But probably if Audrey had removal spells, we'd be in a different situation right now.
Combat. 4. Pass.
Okay, Tamio becomes a Planeswalker. It's going to plus 4 loyalty. Verdant Catacombs.
Bow.
You have 3 cards.
Fatal Push to 3/3 Samurai. Well, it's gone. Lumi with a question, does anybody play Dredge at the locals? No, we don't have many Dredge players. Occasionally it shows up. I'll see like Dredge on a table for round 1 and then that person like disappears. I don't know what happens to them. They just like go 0-1 drop maybe. I don't know.
You're small.
Yep.
Tap it.
Not a lot of Dredge on the top tables at the NYC events. All right, cracking a Scalding Tarn as Bowmaster is targeting Teferi with its ETB. Is it still ETB or is it just enters?
Another black.
Yes.
Does anybody know? Okay, this town ain't big enough. Turning to ferry and targeting the 2/2 orc army. I think that makes sense. So Teferi is saved. The Wandering Emperor will be safe from attacks this turn, most likely. Oh, wait. Kaido could still attack. Kaido could still attack.
Not just almost. I'm almost.
If Kaido attacks, the Wandering Emperor could be in trouble, actually.
So I'm gonna hit this for 3, and then 0.
All right, the Wandering Emperor is knocked out. 2 Kamigawa planeswalkers beating each other up, it looks like, right?
Plus already.
Actually, 3 Kamigawa planeswalkers in this game. Kaido, Tamio, the Wandering Emperor. Legacy kind of feels like Kamigawa block constructed now, doesn't it? I feel pissed off. The thing about Magic players is we get upset about the trading cards very, very easily. Flooded Strand, sink into stupor targeting Kaido. It's going to get bounced.
It is.
Passing it back to Bill, who has Tamio with 4 loyalty. Audrey with a 1 loyalty to Ferry.
Bowmasters?
Bowmaster knocks out Teferi now. Bill will get that orc army.
Something.
The actors, okay, sorry. I'll fetch that.
Okay. Bill fetching here. Finding an underground sea. Stock up. Well, this is a card that some people have been talking about. Some people still haven't read it yet.
I already played land this turn.
The people with product fatigue just have not even read this card yet. They have no idea what's happening.
Fetch. And then Thoughtseize targeting you.
Thoughtseize getting dazed. Tempo.
This is 6. Yep.
Tamio now at 6 loyalty, creeping up. Once it gets past 7, it gets really scary. Narset. Well,
Dude, that's why I want to try to stock up for it.
Finest.
Yeah.
all right, Narset. Audrey taunting Bill here. You don't run Force of Will in this deck. Narset down to 3 loyalty, looking for a card off the top. Maybe not a swing and a miss this time. Magic Head says, isn't there another new set about to come out? Yeah, maybe. This town ain't big enough is chosen. Bounce Narset, bounce Tamio. Okay, it's a solution to the pending ultimate of Tamio for now. It's held off.
I have 3 Bowmasters in my hand.
You have a Kaito as well.
Wow, Bill really did have 3 Bowmasters in hand. All right, Bill takes a game.
Your opening hand was not good.
Wow, was like.
Yeah, well, exactly. Wastelands are spells,
I can
right?
play more like mana.
Yeah. I know, with this deck, is like, him to Torok in the Wasteland is not a... You can't really...
1/5.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Unless you're...
All right, getting ready for game 2. Bill, Audrey will be on the play. Bill controlled everything in game 1. Control, of course, not viable in Legacy. Why even try? All right, Sculling Tarn gets cracked. Storm Chaser's talent makes an otter.
Fetch 8. Fetch an island. Yeah.
All right, here's a ponder for Bill.
Well, they are back to basics. Thank you. Or rather, in the 75.
Oh, you fetched Tundra, so I don't know how prospective it is in your opening hand.
I don't need to. Maybe I'm just.
I guess so. I mean, if you just lock me out, then yeah, I guess.
All right, players playing a little bit of mind games here. Do you have back to basics or not? Audrey fetched a Tundra, but Bill's not buying it. Thinks there could be a back to basics situation happening here. I don't feel like back to basics will be super good against Bill, but who knows? Ponder, prowess trigger. Otter attacks for 2. Passing it back to Bill, who seemed excited to get attacked just now.
Yeah, I mean,
Audrey just dropping non-basics. I don't know if there's going to be a back to basics in this game. Brainstorm. Resolves. AJ Potato with a great question. If Tempo was a cocktail, what would be in it? Ooh. Ooh. That might be a question for our Discord server's food channel.
Drop. Yep.
I don't know. I don't know enough about. I really like cocktails, but I'm like just kind of ignorant.
Use my cards. Force pitch negation.
I have landed.
Force pitching, force of negation on Felia. Audrey's gonna force back. Yell at Bill for touching the touching the score counter.
Force match. Force back again.
Wow, big fight over Felia here. Felia loses. Stock up, pitch to force. Attacking with the otter now. Maybe there's a missed prowess trigger. Don't know.
All right, let's see if next person lands.
Well, mine is not yet.
All right.
Go ahead.
Oh God, brainstorm.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Good. Oh.
Dr. Pepper, thank you for the Resober Prime. 12 months. Thanks for sticking with us.
We're live. We're so live, baby.
My partner showed me a land and 2 cards.
into your hand.
I got to keep it.
Okay, Bill, very excited resolving this brainstorm. Calm down, Bill. All right, basic swamp.
Yeah, don't need it. My hand's too good.
I don't need it. Okay. Well, I mean, they're good cards. I just want to cast them. Attack.
Yep.
Pass.
Ends up. Le Bowman.
Levelman.
Okay, Bowmaster on end step. Maybe you're going to try and kill this otter. We'll see.
Why would I do it in combat?
2, 3, 5, 6.
Trigger?
Yeah.
I'll target this. Prowess is good, and then that resolves.
And then Kaito, I have 9 nerves plus.
The Kaito?
Kaito.
Okay, this is good.
Yeah, that's good.
Alright. Untap. Drop.
Okay, so a Disruptor Flute was flashed in to protect the otter, giving a prowess trigger. So it survives. Orcish Bowmaster still gets to amass, but the flute is naming Kaido Bane of Nightmares. So we might not see Kaido for a while. True name Nemesis. Slammed onto the table.
No.
It gets dazed. Wow. Tempo.
Okay. Yeah, no, you're good. Yeah. What's wrong with you? No offense. Yeah. Done?
Kaito's still shut off by the flute. I don't know if there's one in Bill's hand. Attack it for 2. Well, attack it for more than 2, maybe.
Well, I'm gonna play this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna target this.
Another Bowmaster targeting the otter. Okay, Otter dies. So 3 damage gets through. Tamio, Inquisitive Student, okay. Felia on end step will resolve. Felia might be pretty good here.
So incredible if I just get a land.
Dude, you're playing 3-drop here next. Stop it.
What does Felia want to do here? There is an Orcish Bowmaster on the other side. Okay, blinking the Storm Chaser's talent.
Okay.
That's it.
Sure.
Trigger. Melters, go ahead.
Alright,
You're so dead. If I draw any of them.
oh, I'm sure I'm dead. Drop. Okay.
Okay, Audrey gets another Otter as Storm Chaser's talent returns from exile. Bill is attacking with Tamio, making a clue. 2/2 Orc Army also coming in. Audrey accepts that damage. That's a clue. The business card from Mock's boarding house in Seattle.
Pass his turn. I'm gonna keep.
Okay, we've passed Audrey's upkeep, it seems. Fatal push on Felia, Exuberant Shepherd.
Oh, gotcha.
Right. No land. Sorry, man.
So many lands. So incredible. My hand is ghastly. If I get any. I can't attack you anymore with this card.
Yeah, 1/1 Orc Army. 1/1 Otter, I should say. Not Orc Army. Gonna hang back this time. Bill will crack the clue.
9, 10.
I have no extension. I have 2 colorless.
You in combat?
Yes.
Attack trigger.
Sure is fine.
Attacking again, making a clue with Tamio. Take 2 from the Orc Army.
Single.
Oh, sorry. Those. Did you do that in response?
Life totals dwindling down on end step swords on a bowmaster.
Yes, I will exile.
Didn't go after Tamio because Tamio could potentially flip in response, I guess.
Live by the blade, as they say.
By
I'll pass
the
the turn.
Maybe Audrey holding cantrips.
This on inside.
Another bowmaster on end step. This town ain't big enough. Target the Storm Chaser's talent. Targeting the Orc Army.
Oh, no.
Untap.
Yes.
I am going to.
Well, the Otter will survive thanks to prowess. Another Orc Army is created. Was it better to bounce Tamio? I'm unsure. Underground Sea for Bill.
For the. I'm gonna now draw return.
Sure.
Mystic Sanctuary puts Fatal Push on top. Pretty good. Cracking a clue, draw the Fatal Push, try to take out the Otter. Otter gone. 3 damage gonna get through here, dropping Audrey to 6. Another clue is created. Bill's controlling everything.
Yeah, it's 2 on you.
Then I'm going.
All right, a sad Ponder here with 2 Bowmasters on the other side. It revealed 2 cantrips and a force. Audrey's gonna shuffle.
I got the one lander. Right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it was like I felt like, oh, I want to.
Still, I think a 4-5. I don't think anything has changed.
All right, that is the match. Bill gets it. Control, not viable in Legacy Magic the Gathering. Give it up. GG's. GG's. People are stocking up. Look at that. Okay. Okay. Gonna set up another poll. Which match next? Twitch chat will vote. Your options will be Dimir Control versus Mystic Forge. Green White Depths, Dark Depths versus Miracles. Maverick versus Mardu Aggro. 1 minute. Get your vote in. Get your vote in. Trying to get us a variety on today's live stream of decks that we haven't seen much recently. Be here this coming Wednesday, 48 hours from now, for a recap of a 1K we had at Game Storia this past weekend. Competitive REL Legacy this Wednesday on 90s MTG. Very exciting. Very interesting. The play patterns are going to be incredible. The Legacy format, healthier than ever, some people are saying. Some people are saying that. I've heard it. Yeah. Less than 30 seconds. Yeah, play patterns, exactly. Less than 30 seconds. Lots of votes on this poll. Ramalito says, I hate Nadu. Maverick versus Mardu is up next. The Crown Jewels contributed 2,700 channel points. Let's do it. Should be fun. Diving in. Oh my god, I can't type. All right, getting ready to go. Thank you for the bits. I am on the left with Maverick, and on the right is Rainer with Mardu.
This tournament is only 3 rounds, correct? Yeah. I gotta go anyway. I can't go to time and play forever. My son's getting here at 10:45. I gotta go back to Queens, pick him up. Yeah. I hear you.
All right, getting ready to go. It looks like I have kept 7. Rainer in the process of taking a mulligan, it seems.
I'll keep.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, mulligan to 5 for Rainer.
I'm keeping 5.
Second.
Mulligan to 5 for Rainer, 7 for me. Prismatic Vista passed the turn. Once Upon a Time. That'll resolve.
We try.
Okay, Mother of Runes is found and selected. Windswept Heath gets cracked.
Planes. Cast up.
Checking.
Okay, that is Mother of Runes. It resolves.
I'll be at 18. Nuke my hand. Cast Wheel, Stormforce.
Get a basic mountain and bolt it.
Bolt my Mother of Runes. It's gone. Pass the turn back to me.
And that flips.
It's a basic mountain, of course, on Rainer's side. Misty Rainforest cracked by me. That's Dahlia, Guardian of Thraben.
I'm a graveyard. I'm gonna really draw like a bazillion cards.
Here you go.
Well, I've lost some Daniel flipping, and then just me not being able to do it. Alright,
What's that? No further land drop for Rainer, unfortunately. Pass the turn back.
Turn 2. Take 2.
Probably shouldn't have stooped. I could have figured out what you were doing. I didn't play sideboard better than your deck.
Voice of Resurgence comes in. Resolves.
Oh, I draw 7. Okay.
Draw Surveil. Trigger.
Yeah.
Dryad Arbor, Elvish Reclaimer. No further land drops for Rainer. Rainer experiencing a little bit of mana screw right now here in game 1, unfortunately.
Got a bunch of Baleful Strixes coming your way. Oh no! Watch out for Baleful Strix.
Deck fails more often than I'd like it to. We're working on it.
I think I to play that card Diminishing Returns. That was the jam back in the day. Original blue draw 7.
Passing the turn back to Rainer, who needs a land. Moving to discard, but before that, I'm gonna sack Bajuka Bog to Reclaimer. 3 lands in the yard now.
Yeah.
Well,
Find Gaia's Cradle. Got 4 creatures in play. Seems pretty good. Discarding a Cabal Therapy to hand size. Okay. Can't cast it yet. Getting really low on life.
wait a minute.
It's your first turn, so yeah, it's first turn, right? Yeah. What did you land even? Instead of
Under City Sewers.
wait, how did you play?
Looks like I got 8 power on the board. Gonna drop Rainer to 1, so he can't fetch.
1 mana float. Play Run Up Excavator. Yeah.
Okay, Ramen Up Excavator, Bajuka Bog. Gonna seal this out here with a Keen Curator. It looks like Rainer found a land, but it's very late to the party. Game 1, unfortunately, a mana screw situation. I take game 1.
Sorry.
And there's a better return of oh, okay.
I'm not saying you're lying. I just like you have 3. Okay. I mean, you got 3 already.
All right, so sometimes people get mana screwed. Moving on to game 2, Rainer will be on the play. Looks like I have kept 7. Rainer thinking about mulligan, I think.
Play the Bowmaster to deal 1 to you.
Okay, a mulligan to 6 for Rainer. I have kept 7. Ready to go.
Meyer.
Bloodstained Mire, pass the turn. Hoping for a better game 2, everybody. Noble Hierarch. Rainer just kind of got stuck on 1 land and got ran over in game 1. Galvanic Discharge, removing the Noble Hierarch. Okay.
So I have 2 energy. Yep. I'll get my energy in a moment. Okay. Cut first and take my turn.
Rainer has 2 energy left over from Galvanic Discharge to use later. Maybe we'll see an Itherworks Marvel. Who knows?
Johnny, and I'll get my tokens.
Johnny Nakat Pariah comes in. And make a cat. Rainer with strange tokens. Johnny gets swords.
Yeah, sorry.
And a Mother of Runes. This is my second land as a Horizon Canopy, by the way. So a cat token and now an Amp Raptor to follow up. Play another Amp Raptor. Go up to 4 energy.
Combat Storm for 2. Did you forget this now? So this only triggers again when it casts from hand. So it just gets. Oh, sorry.
It gets the energy, but not the.
You're right. Yeah. Yeah, for hand. Yeah,
Stay
sorry.
4 energy.
I forgot about that. Yep.
Okay, so Amp Raptor found another Amp Raptor. Pretty good. Good start to game 2 for Rainer, at least compared to game 1, right? I'm just with a Mother of Runes on the board right now. As most of you know, I could start slamming some large creatures that Rainer will have trouble with. So this isn't too much of an advantage for Rainer at the moment. But two power first strikers is scary.
So good.
Yeah, that card is broken, chat. Amp Raptor. Have you seen this card? They don't know what they're doing when they make these cards. They didn't test it, Mr. Arch. Here's Keen-Eyed Curator. Pretty good.
Mulligan.
I am such a fan of Keen-Eyed Curator. This card has been such a big card in this deck. So often the MVP. I love this card.
Let's waste the canopy. I will float a white. Yes.
Okay, floating a white with the canopy as it gets wasted. Use that mana to exile Galvanic Relay from the graveyard.
Yeah, 4 more types. I'll take it. That's it.
I tend to just like, until I get the 4 types, I will tuck cards underneath the raccoon until I can show 4 types. Just makes it easy to keep track of. Elvish Reclaimer comes in.
Go.
Yeah, Keen-Eyed Curator having Trample is a big reason why I like it a lot better than the Ooze. The life gain on the Ooze is not super relevant. At least not in my opinion. Wasteland gets exiled now, so 2 types under the raccoon. The Amp Raptors have stayed back on defense with a Mother of Runes and a Keen-Eyed Curator on my side. Rainer already getting held back. Looks like Rainer was off to a fast start with the Amp Raptor. Finding another Amp Raptor, managed to remove my first mana dork and had the 4 energy and the whole thing. Now the offense is completely shut down as an Elvish Reclaimer hits the board, and I have 2 lands in the graveyard currently. That's a mountain on Rainer's side, just found.
17.
Scott just gifted 5 subs, and a hype train just started. Thank you, Scott. Really appreciate it. Scott, of course, number 1 on our leaderboard. 325 gifted subs on the channel now for Scott, which is amazing. Thank you, Scott. Really appreciate it. Scott wants the SpongeBob days here to announce to everyone.
1 here and 3 here.
I don't know anything about SpongeBob myself. I really have never watched that show. So that's a Fury right now happening here. Pitched a Bolt to Fury. Fury is mean. I don't have enough types in the graveyard to grow the raccoon currently.
2 cards in hand? Yeah. In response, I'm going to give... In response, I'm going to sack Savannah's Reclaim.
So we're targeting both my Curator and my Mother of Runes with Fury. It has been evoked. In response to that, I'm sacking Savannah to Reclaimer. Gonna find Talon Gates of Madara and phase out Keen-Eyed Curator.
I'll name a lord.
Thinking.
You got Camelot. Okay. 14 pass.
Look at that. Ponder.
So So Talon Gates of Madara, phasing out Keen-Eyed Curator is on the stack. That resolves. Mother of Runes will give itself now pro red. Rainer's going to swords it in response. So it seems like I have successfully protected the Curator. Reanimate the Fury, kill my Reclaimer. Quite a turn here.
And then swing for 6.
Big attack coming in. My Curator was phased out, so can't block. Curator comes back, phases back in. A cat token and 2 Amp Raptors attacked. The other card, it's altered, I guess, next to the Amp Raptors is Fury. And Rainer still has the 4 energy. Keen-Eyed Curator has enough types now to grow, I believe. I see Creature and Sorcery in the graveyard. Attacking with everybody.
Lady?
Oh, you're resolving the one of the Raptors.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so swordsing Fury instead of growing the Keen-Eyed Curator with my open mana right now. Amped Raptor, unamped Raptor dies in combat, and now an Ajani comes back in and makes another cat token.
I already did.
Gaia's Cradle only can make 1 mana currently.
This guy. And I'll see you.
Lots of cards from the year 2024 on this table. We had some banger cards in 2024 for Legacy. Lots of new staples for this format. Johnny's a great one. Amp Raptor in Legacy is really cool. Feels like perfectly reasonable power level. Cabal third.
Crack for blue.
That results.
Crack for black. Attempt to cast. Peeking 2 for
5.
Okay, Source of Plowshares is named Double Once Upon a Time. Is that Ramanop Excavator and
I have priority. Yeah. So I'm going to immediately flash.
a Green Sun Zenith in my hand?
Yeah. Yep. Trigger, and then this is trigger and Dispel.
Okay, so sacking one of the cats is going to trigger a Johnny, recasting Cabal Therapy.
Crack one of the clues. Draw a card.
If I cast a Once Upon a Time here, maybe Rainer won't name it. I have 2 Once Upon a Times in hand, a Green Sun Zenith, and it looks like a Ramanop Excavator.
That resolves.
I'm just going to let it resolve. Take my 2 Once Upon a Times. I think I'm okay with that. I'm valuing the Green Sun and the Ramanop more here. Johnny becomes a Planeswalker.
and pass.
Shoots people for attempts to shoot.
Hype train complete. Thank you for the subs, everybody.
I'll 0. Attempt to shoot you.
Okay, gonna 0 the Ajani now to attempting to shoot me, says Rainer.
Here we go, boys.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't even have enough mana to cast that. Never mind. Never mind.
Try to combat. Yep.
Attack with these 2 guys.
All right, just passing the turn. Keen-Eyed Curator is gonna go to full size here. It looks like.
After, and I'll just take one more card. Yeah. It doesn't matter after that.
Crack one of these clues.
All right, so Keen-Eyed Curator has now reached full size as a 7/7 Trampler.
Kind of messed up last turn, big time.
My hand has Green Sun Zenith and Ramanop Excavator.
I try to remember to get more mana out of Cradle.
I'm pointing out to Rainer that last turn maybe I should have Zenith for a Dryad Arbor to get more mana out of Cradle. I don't know. That doesn't seem super exciting, but maybe.
Ritual. Score 1. Sack this super ball there.
So Johnny is a pain in my butt. I'm at 3 life.
Well, I think I have to attack a Johnny.
Attempt to cast it.
I'll give it to you.
Okay, Johnny dies in combat. Gets attacked by a 7/7 Trampler. No point in throwing people in front of it. Playing a Reclaimer, not bad, not bad.
Zenith X is 2.
These guys get another.
And then a Green Sun Zenith X is 2. Okay. Okay. Getting a Johnny off the board was super important. Rainer now with 2 cats and an Amp Raptor, and I have a Voice of Resurgence and an Elvisher Claimer.
Oh man! All right. Yeah.
I asked.
There was a lot off the
That
top.
was for game
time.
1.
Yeah.
That was for game 1.
All right, Rainer screaming at me that this Broadside Bombardiers is something I deserve because of how game 1 went when I had no control over his mana screw. Moving on to game 3.
Like 2020 really was when it started.
What did you do before the channel?
I will be on the play for game 3. Ulysses in the chat says I did let you cut. Yeah, that's Rainer in the chat. I had nothing to do with the mana screw that happened in game 1. I don't know why you're yelling at me.
Exactly. Talent, skill set, all that. Okay, this is gonna be a 5-card hand. I am.
Uh-oh, I'm a mulligan to 5 now.
I'll put 1, 2 on.
So now, what's that saying? How the turntables have turned? Mulligan to 5 for me. Full hand of 7 cards for Rainer. Turn 1 Noble Hierarch. Galvanic Discharge, remove my Noble Hierarch. Broken.
Phase out nothing. Pass.
Talon Gates of Madara, phase out nothing. Sometimes you do that.
Shortcut? Actually, I can't shortcut. Yeah, I have to get the scrub now because I have a Raptor on my cast. So just shuffle it back.
Okay. Scrubland found by Marsh Flats. It sounds like Rainer will be casting Modern Superstar, Amp Raptor. There it is. It reveals a Thoughtseize. Okay, that's not bad.
Target yourself.
I did have a reanimate.
How many cards are in here?
5.
5 cards in Rainer's hand. Responding to a Thoughtseize with a Swords on the Ant Raptor, getting that out of the way, and then Endurance is discarded. The last card in my hand is Gaia's Cradle, which of course does nothing right now, but Dryad Arbor off the top. Got there. Gaia's Cradle's back on when I play it. This card, Dryad Arbor, is broken, chat. Broken. Another Amped Raptor. Obnixilis off the top. It's going to sacrifice the Amp Raptor with the Casualty mechanic. Make a copy of itself.
At 2. Down tick the original.
What's the down tick again?
It makes a 1/1 devil that wouldn't die.
Okay. Yep.
And then I'll take the second one, so either you discard or you lose 2 life. And I will gain 2 no matter what because I control.
Obnixilis, the adversary. There are now 2 copies of it on the board. We have made a devil. Captain Hindsight, thank you for the resub with Prime 13 months. And Buds, thank you for the resub with Prime 18 months. And Buds is ready for SpongeBob. Everyone calm down.
I'm gonna say you got it. There's no way I'm gonna win this game.
There is no way I'm going to win this game, I agree. GG's, Rainer gets it, well played. The Casualty mechanic was a mistake, and I'm the only person brave enough to say it. Yeah. Good job, Wizards. You ruined it. All right, let's set up another poll for the Twitch chat. Which match next? Your options will be. I have results from multiple sports. Okay, my watch got really excited. Your options will be. Mono Red Stompy versus Cephalid Breakfast. Esper versus Mono Black. or Maverick versus Bant, or Miracles versus Dark Depths. 1 minute. Get your vote in. And a reminder, this coming Wednesday, Competitive Legacy. We covered a Competitive Legacy event this past weekend, and we will be showcasing it on this Wednesday's live stream. If you're watching this later on YouTube, make sure you are following our Twitch channel and that you are in our Discord and you are subscribed to our YouTube channel, which is all free. And I don't know why you wouldn't do it, to be honest with you. Ulysses says by the end of 2025, every Legacy player will know Casualty. Yeah, the Casualty mechanic, Ulysses, Legacy players don't even know the Capenna set happened. That's the thing. They have no clue what's happening. Less than 30 seconds. Lots of votes are coming in. Close poll. What does the Twitch chat want? We may be about to find out. Channel points are getting spent. And it has been decided. Scott contributed 2,400 channel points. Red Stompy versus Breakfast will be up next. Let's do it. Let's do it. Diving in.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's pretty easy. That's pretty easy.
Okay, Yosup on the left with Breakfast. Francesco on the right with Mono Red Stompy. I believe it's Mono Red Stompy. I didn't play against Francesco at this event. We'll see.
We'll keep this.
Okay, its comma is Yosup and confirms it is. All right, getting ready to go. City of Traders and Chalice on 1. Okay, that's a great start for Francesco if it resolves.
Short pitch.
Okay, force pitching Stufflet Illusionist. Had to throw away a combo piece. Francesco now knows what he's up against if he didn't already. That's a fetch. Yeah, the Dark Ritual playmat on the left is beautiful. That Dark Ritual, to be honest with you, I wish it was more widely available. It looks fire.
Dark Ritual. Okay.
Yeah, if you're looking for deck lists, just go to our deck list channel of our Discord server. Check the pinned posts. And if a list you're looking for is not there, just write something and I'll try to get it for you if we have it. If we can. Sometimes these events, you know, the collecting of deck lists is just not a possibility. We have people walking in like 1 minute before the event fires. And, you know, half the room could be strangers sometimes to me. So that's not always a possibility. But a lot of the players that play on the channel regularly are active in the Discord and do post their lists on a somewhat regular basis. So just a note on that.
9, 10. So can this
Okay, Francesco makes a mountain, throws away City of Traders. Chalice on 1 again. Chalice on 1 will be effective at stopping many of the things that the Breakfast deck is up to. Looks like Yosup had a Force of Will in hand. Maybe didn't have a blue card, or maybe... Okay, Prismatic Ending removes it. Or maybe had a Prismatic Ending to get rid of it.
Once you put that in your hand, then you put an enchantment and a creature in your hand. That's my read. But I honestly don't know. Do you mind if I check with the judge? Yeah, we can call somebody. Do we have a judge? We can just yell, Judge! Judge!
The judge call in the back.
So Traxxas says for each card type, you may put a card of that type into your hand. I revealed 2 Overlords, which are enchantment creatures.
Oh, okay. So can you do both? Is the question. I interpret it as that's both an enchantment type and.
Okay, Cephalid Illusionist comes in. Ellie says, wait, did he need to pay 2 for the ending? Yeah, you pay extra because you can get around Chalice using the prismatic ending because there's no number that you have to. Anyway, it's X or less. That's a Shadow Skull coming in, paying 3 life.
Do that. I'll take these 2.
I think people like. This is between us. People at my locals think I'm a judge, but I haven't like passed any of the judge like programs or whatever. I'm not an official judge, but just don't tell anyone. Paraguay comes in.
Any other colors?
So 4. It would be a 4-5.
Yeah, 4/5.
I'll take a wasteland. And then these all get shuffled to the bottom?
Yeah, random order on the bottom.
Sure.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Trigger.
Okay, Paraguay will target Cephalid Illusionist. Yosup remembers the trigger. Uh-oh. Looks like Windswept Heath, a Dread Return, and another fetch.
I have artifact and sorcery. No, artifact and creature. So it's 5 because I have the artifact.
Sees you.
Okay, 5 power Paraguay. The dog says, love Paraguay, great addition to Legacy. I absolutely agree. I'm a big fan of this card.
Dead.
And I'm a big fan of Paraguay as well. I just really like these cards. They're great. Great for Legacy. And yeah. Anyway.
So I will play out this Overlord and move my end step. Go to 4 and pass.
Sure.
Okay, that's a Savannah for Yosup. Had 2 Cephalid shot down in this game so far. There's Nadu. Okay.
So, just remind me what Nadu does.
Oh boy.
It gives creatures, including itself, if it's the target of any spell or ability, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a land card, put it into play.
All right. Well, Nadu getting a rundown here. Passing it back to Francesco. He's been a little bit of a hiatus from Legacy, I guess. Attack with the Paraguay. It has 5 power.
I'll take 5.
That thing can hit pretty hard. Ooh, another Paraguay. Okay, force pitching Thassa's Oracle. All right, all right. Yosup down to being hellbent, but at least Nadu survived, I guess.
He's a 3/4, right?
Yes.
Ooh, is Francesco holding a Fury as well? Gonna go after it. Fury pitching Shadow Skull. That'll trigger Nadu. Cavern of Souls comes into play.
This will die.
Thank you. This one is exiled. This dies.
Yep.
Your turn.
I assume Cavern names Wizard here. Passing it back to Yosup. Draws a card. Passes the turn. Yosuf's had a lot of very important cards get blown up and exiled in this game. The One Ring.
Go. 7.
Yep.
Thassa's Oracle is not the only win con for these breakfast decks. They also run Urza's Saga so they can make some constructs. Sometimes they end up just attacking with Narcomoebas and equip the Shukos. Hey, there's Urza's Saga immediately. And sometimes Nadu attacks too. It's a 3-power flyer, and
Creature, artifact.
Lands.
Okay, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah. Draw.
okay, we're back to checking Paraguay's power. It is still 5. If and when Urza Saga goes to the graveyard, it might grow one more time, I think. The One Ring, draw a card. Did we forget to draw a card last time? Maybe just held off.
Two.
It's got one burn counter on it now. If this is a Pyroglyph, the game ends, right? Oh, okay. Channel, so Kenzin.
One spirit, and then I go to bottom.
There you go.
All right, that's enough damage to win the game. Moving on to game 2. Mono Red takes game 1.
Pyroglyph is a good card.
Yeah, like as soon as you get 2 of them, I can't let that resolve, which sucks because it doubles it up.
Yes, on Twitch there's a chat.
No, but either way.
And when is the chat?
When?
Yes.
I think
That's
he
fine.
streams Wednesdays, Thursdays, or Wednesdays, Monday. I honestly don't know. You have to ask her. I know for sure Wednesdays. I don't remember when else.
Down to 4.
So we'll see myself.
The same decision next.
Kicking my ass.
Okay. Yeah, that was so Kenzin Crucible of Defiance, not the plane from Plane Chase. All right. Yosup will be on the play here for game 2. Had a lot of stuff blown up in game 1. Yeah, so Kenzin is underrated. Card's pretty good. The channel lands from Neon Dynasty were a hit, I would say. Probably see Odawara the most in Legacy. Scalding Tarn cracked on turn 1 for Yosup. Finds a basic island. We know about the possibility of Blood Moon, which is quite disruptive against Breakfast. If it comes down early enough and the Breakfast player isn't careful, it can do a lot of damage. Shuko sneaks in under the possibility of turn 1 Chalice of the Void.
The 14.
For science.
A turn 2 Cephalid Illusionist and Francesco could potentially be in trouble.
Go.
All right, that's a Volcanic Fissure. Passing it back to Yosup. Savannah.
I have a Bowmaster someplace. Oh, that's right. Sorry, I'm still getting used to that one. So that would hit me for another 7. Yeah, I want to do that anyways. Thank you for the reminder.
Well, Cephalid Illusionist is getting equipped with Shuko. Pretty powerful start here for Yosup. Narcomoeba trigger. Yosef's going to be careful here. Knows that Francesco could be holding Disruption. Don't want to get your whole deck milled and then get wrecked. Yosup has gotten pretty good with this Breakfast deck. Pyrokinesis? Pyrokinesis, I don't know what that really does here. I think it would have been fired off already. Fury is not instant speed. Its comma is Yosup in the chat stating playing around Fair Macabre, which makes a lot of sense. That's probably the most difficult card for the Breakfast players to deal with. The Fairy can't be countered. It's just an ability. Ancient Tomb. Yosup ended up just passing the turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna name.
There was a little bit of a check there to see if Francesco had something like Pyrokinesis, I guess, by activating the Shuko. Broadside Bombardiers is attacking. No blocks.
I'm confused now.
Target. 2, 3. Target.
Okay.
Target.
Are you going to finish everything?
I'm gonna mill my deck.
Sure. And then what you would do?
Yeah, sorry.
Ready return for Tassa?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Do you want to see the deck?
No.
Okay, Francesco just scoops. Kind of an unexpected ending, I guess. Yosup went for it and got there. Moving on to game 3. Huh. Okay. Okay. It's not like Francesco had an explosive start either. I wonder what that hand looked like. Based on what we saw, it didn't seem like a keep. But what do I know? Yeah, there was nothing to throw at broadside. There was no removal. I don't know.
So one.
Okay, one card on the bottom for Francesco, who is on the play here for game 3. So Kenzin is the turn 1 play. It's Kama pointing out, yeah, if you have Memory's Journey with a green mana available, you can play around Firma. That is true. Mr. Rainforest, pass it back.
Pass the turn.
Your turn.
Okay, another slow start for Francesco. No, turn 1 Blood Moon, turn 1 Chalice stuff, which, as a Stompy player myself, game 1 I would not be a fan of. For game 3, I would only assume that Francesco has, like, great disruption in hand here, based on this slow, unimpressive, borderline sad start. These Stompy decks, you either want to be like dropping 3-4 mana plays turns 1 and 2, ideally, or have disruption for whatever it is that your opponent is up to. Yeah, sometimes the breakfast players board out the combo. It's possible Francesco thought that might happen for some reason. I don't really know. Meticulous Archive, Surveil. Surveil mechanic is so boring, Francesco is sending an email.
Caribbean Skull, but I'm doing most of my rotations. I'm finishing up my rotations actually right now.
So rotation is when you try out
It's like the
different
Surveil.
Surveil happening here. Dumps the Savannah into the graveyard. Yeah, we don't know this list that Francesco is playing, so not really sure what Francesco has available. Urza Saga comes in. Okay. X-Grave, thank you for the resub. 27 months for X-Grave. Appreciate that. Ghost Vacuum. Okay.
yeah, sure. 6 cards. Okay.
Just go down.
Draw.
Ghost Vacuum could keep the number of types in lower numbers for stuff like Paragoyf, potentially. Francesco obviously won't be trying to reanimate anything or anything like that. Can also protect the combo, potentially, if it plays out in a way. Mechanic Fisher, pay 3 life, and a 3 mana play will be Fable of the Mirrorbreaker. Okay. It's a card.
Fable is
Gain
fine.
6.
Fable resolves. Both players now have sagas. Goblin Shaman is made. Yeah, stuff like Surgical Extraction, Ghost Vacuum could help. We'll see. Didn't activate it on end step. There's no reason to. Urza Saga takes up to 2.
No, sorry, 18.
Let's swing with this. Game 6, go to 11. Get something bad.
What happened here? Flood Strand got cracked, and now, for some reason, we're looking at... I don't know.
It's so done up here.
Maybe maybe Yosup messed up here by milling Savannah.
I'm going to.
Okay, just goes for a basic island. Okay. And then just passing the turn. All right, so a little bit of a mistake here. The Savannah milled might have been needed for a Nadu.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna swing here.
So then this will trigger.
Yes, trigger.
Okay, so Fable of the Mirror Breaker has ticked up to Chapter 2. Francesco thinking about what to do about that.
And I'm going to get back.
Discard. 1, draw 1.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna get.
Okay, discarding Fury, drawing a card. Nothing to Fury at the moment. Potentially Urza Saga could start making some constructs. That's something. Goblin Shaman might attack here, make a 4th mana, and then die in combat.
Yep. Trigger.
Trigger the treasure.
I'm going
I'll take 2.
Sure.
Okay, no blocks for Yosup, it turns out.
Okay.
3. Exile. Probably doesn't matter with the ritual, but lay out the troll.
Blood Moon. Okay, Force of Will, pitching Nadu. Confirm that there was a Nadu in hand. Sacking a treasure, Pyroblast.
I'll make a construct. Sure. Blood Moon's good.
Sure.
Okay, Blood Moon's going to resolve. Urza Saga dies. A construct is created. It's a 2/2.
End step, I'm going to exile the...
Sure, that's fine.
One tap it all.
Fury.
Yeah.
Draw.
Okay.
End step.
Sure.
Yosup lost that Urza Saga because of Blood Moon. That hurts. Seems like Yosup got tripped up a little bit in this game with that Surveil early on. Now under a Blood Moon, the Windswept Heath is a mountain, the Meticulous Archive is a mountain. Only access to blue and red mana at the moment. There are not usually red cards in these breakfast decks. Narcomoeba is something. It's not very exciting.
I've been playing the person like after like the main match, but I was actually playing the training.
15.
Yeah.
Okay, and attacking with the construct, might as well. Creature on Francesco's side is a 2/2 Goblin Shaman. Fable of the Mirror Breaker is going to turn into Reflections of Kiki Jiki here. I think that was forgot about for a moment here.
3 cards, right?
3 cards.
Use 1 flipped.
Weird game.
combat.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's the wrong. What happened there?
Who's combat? You will take 2.
Goblin Shaman attacks. Yosup will take 2. Reflections of Kiki Jiki will be summoning sick until Francesco's next turn, and then once it's no longer summoning sick, some scary things could happen for sure. Paragoyf following up.
And instant.
This would be a land.
Instant enchantment land.
Response, I'll exile my Urza.
Okay, exiling Urza Saga makes sense in response.
So it's a 2, right?
So land
Trigger,
instant.
you're gonna sacrifice
Yes,
a creature or planeswalker, discard a card, and lose 3 life.
Okay, 2 damage, kills the construct. It's a 2-power Paragoyf right now.
And
Ghost Vacuum will do its best to keep the Paragoyf in check. But the Reflections of Kiki Jiki unlocking will be so problematic here. As I mentioned, Cephalid Illusion is on the stack. And then just passing the turn, okay.
How many cards?
This is not over yet, but it's not looking good for Yosup. I would say the advantage bar is over to the right at the moment.
This one?
I
Choose
don't
them
know.
on.
Fiery Confluence.
I have to declare them. I have to declare the mod first.
Yeah, the Blood Moon is putting in work. I mean, they call it Moon Stompy for a reason. A lot of the time, it's the most important card in the deck. Depending on the metagame, Blood Moon can be really punishing. And I think this metagame is one of those. Blood Moon's pretty good right now. It's good against the Eldrazi lands. It's good against stuff like what Yosup is working with here.
It doesn't target, right? It just deals. Yeah. Okay. Sure.
All right, Cephalid Illusionist and Archamoeba are gone. Ghost Vacuum also gone.
Then target the treasure. Make a copy of the Pyroglyph. How big is the Pyroglyph? Instant and sorcery.
I have to block the attacks out.
Yeah.
Or else it's game.
So you have 4 total. Because I have creature,
I would think
artifacts, lands,
next.
and then you have sorcery. Actually, no, it's bigger because you have sorcery, right?
Yes, fine.
So 5.
5 power Pyroglyph. I think this is it.
Because you swing.
5, and then 2. Yes.
I think they forgot about the double Pyroglyph trigger, but the point was made. The game is over. Francesco takes game 3. GG's. GG's. All right. Wow. Pyroglyph, everybody. Card's legit. Card's legit. Whoever said Pyroglyph wasn't legit is wrong. They're wrong. All right. Stick around for a raid, everybody. Stick around for a raid. Reminder, this Wednesday we will be back with competitive REL Legacy, which is really exciting and interesting. I'll see everybody there. Keep an eye on the Discord for our schedule. Peace out.